Okay, folks, I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. So today is Monday, the 25th of March, 2024. So this video is going to be my 48th World First Biblical Deciphering. And in today's video, I'm going to decipher for you in the book of Isaiah. Okay, so head over to Isaiah. I'm going to decipher for you the entire chapter 42. Okay. Now, I do have a program here, okay, which I'm gonna go through with you in a moment. So basically, then from verses 1 to 16, okay, in chapter 42 in the book of Isaiah, they are all pretty much from the millennial kingdom. So from 1 all the way to 16 here, they are pretty much all the way to they are pretty much all for the millennial kingdom. But for the exception of verse 9, this is actually an eternity prophecy, which is actually married to Revelation 21, verse 4, and I will show you that in a moment. Now, what sets up the context in that chapter 42, verses 1 to 16, for the exception of verse 9, are all for the millennial kingdom? It's actually the first two verses, 1 and 2, but especially the first verse, which is Jesus coming back to rule as the king of Israel, okay, during the millennial kingdom. Now, what you find is that from verses 17, okay, all the way to 25, then these are prophecies that have come to pass. These are prophecies that belong in the period of the law age, okay. And basically it was Isaiah's warning to Israel. They are falling away from God, worshipping idols, and not following the law, if you like. Okay. Now, before we go through these verses, this is actually an important video, especially for those people that like eschatology. Okay. It's important that I show you my program here because verse 1 is actually very tricky, but it does sets up the context of Jesus coming to rule for the millennial kingdom. So just in summary, folks, on chapter 42, remember the verses 1 to 16 are all for the millennial kingdom. Okay, I put here 1 to 8 and then 10 to 16 because on verse 9 is a verse that belongs in eternity. Okay, and then from verses 17 to 25, they are for the law age. So these prophecies have already been fulfilled. Okay, so I'm going to be discussing here in Isaiah chapter 42, verse 1 to 25. Now, on verse 1, okay, we're going to be going, through the process in a moment where it says, my servant, is actually referring to Israel, whom I uphold, of course, by covenant, okay. Jesus has a covenant with the people of Israel, okay. Mine elect, meaning the Jewish people, okay. I have put my spirit upon him, meaning Israel. So this is Jesus saying, I, Jesus, have put my spirit upon him, meaning Israel, okay? And where it begins to say he, okay, meaning Jesus, it has a double meaning because the fact that I, Jesus, has put the spirit upon him, meaning Israel, is that he, Jesus, he's going to judge the nations from Israel. Okay, so this prophecy here, verse 1, is actually married to Joel chapter 3, verse 2, when Jesus gathers all the nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat for judgment. Okay, but we go through verse 1 in a moment. Okay, now on verse 2, he shall not cry, meaning Jesus. Okay, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. So Jesus is going to be gentle during his judgment on the Gentiles, okay? On verse 6, notice how I skip from 2 to 6. That's because I'm going through the bunch of verses, if you like, here. But we go through verse by verse as we read the Bible in a moment. I, the Lord, have called thee. Thee refers to Israel. And he's going to keep thee, meaning he's going to look after Israel, okay? Now, verse 9 is actually a prophecy that belongs in eternity because it says, behold, the former things are come to pass, okay? And new things do I declare before they spring forth. I tell you all of them. So basically what this prophecy is saying here is that when the former things that passed away, he's talking about how God's going to create a new heaven and a new earth, and the former, meaning this heaven that we have now plus the earth, are gonna come to, they're going to be going away, if you like, and won't be seen again according to the Bible, okay? But before they spring forth, in other words, before they happen, I need to tell you all of them, okay? So this prophecy here, verse 9, is actually married to Revelation 21:4 or verse 4. And remember here the former things. This is exactly what it says here in Revelation 21 verse 4, how the former things have passed away, okay? So we go through that in a little while. Verse 13, the Lord will defeat his enemies. Of course, the Antichrist is us coming with Jesus, okay, for to battle the Antichrist and his armies, if you like. And so verse 13 is actually married to Zechariah chapter 14 verse 2, and also Revelation 19:19, okay? And just to finish up then, verse 16 is actually the last of the millennial kingdom prophecies. Lead the blind. So Jesus is going to lead the Jewish people that were blind, okay? Jesus will take the cover of the eyes of Israel. Remember how Paul tells us in Romans 11:25 that Israel is partly in blind, or they are in blindness, okay? So Jesus is going to take the blindness away from Israel, and he's going to lead them, okay? And then from verses 17 to 25, basically Isaiah's warning to Israel about falling away from God and worshiping idols and not falling in the law, okay? So if you read verse 17, it tells us that how Israel is worshiping idols. And if you read verse 24, how it says that Israel is not following in the law, okay? But these prophecies have already been fulfilled, like I already have here, so they're not important. But anyway, let's start with here, folks, in chapter 42. Okay, so behold my servant is Israel, okay, whom I uphold by covenant, okay? So God has a covenant with Israel. Mine elect are the Jewish people. Now I'm deciphering here using the King James Bible only, okay? In whom my soul delighteth, okay? So of course God loves his people. I have put my spirit upon him. Now this is the tricky bit. Now let's go through it again. I have put my spirit upon him. So basically, this is I, it represents Jesus. I, Jesus, have put my spirit upon Israel. Okay, so him is referring to Israel. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles, meaning Jesus. Okay, so Jesus is he. Jesus shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. So basically, what these last two verses is saying is that Jesus would judge the Gentiles, okay, when he comes back for the millennial kingdom, okay? So it's got a double meaning here. I, Jesus, have put my spirit upon him, meaning Israel. So what he's saying is that I, Jesus, I'm coming to Israel, okay? I'm bringing my spirit, if you like, to Israel upon him. So I, Jesus, I'm coming to Israel. I'm bringing my spirit upon him, meaning Israel. And he, which is Jesus, is going to judge the Gentiles. Okay, so this verse 1 then is actually married to Joel chapter 3, verse 2, the gathering of the nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, so verse 1 is actually married to Joel 3:2, the gathering of the nations. Okay, now on verse 2, he, meaning Jesus, shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. So basically, Jesus, okay, he's going to be gentle, sorry, during his judgment on the Gentiles. Okay, the fact that it says he shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street, basically saying that Jesus he's going to be gentle in his manners, if you like, during his judgment on the Gentiles. Okay. Now verse 3. A bruised reed shall not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto earth. So again, he's gonna be judging the Gentiles. Isaiah can be rather poetic. Okay, so basically what he's saying is that Jesus is not going to he's going to be gentle, if you like, during his judgment. He's not going to create too much havoc, if you like. Okay. He shall not fail, nor be discouraged. Of course, Jesus being God, he's never going to fail, nor is he ever going to be discouraged. He's God till he have set judgment in the earth. Okay, so the judgment, according to Joel 3:2, gathering the nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, and the earth shall wait for his law. Verse 5, thus said God the Lord, he that created the heavens and stretched them out, he that spread forth the earth, and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath unto the people. So it is God that gives us breath here on earth, and also gives us a spirit to them that walk therein. So Jesus gives us breath and also a spirit to live here on earth. Okay. Verse 6, I the Lord have called thee, meaning Israel, in righteousness. Okay. So and I will hold thy hand, and I will keep thee, meaning Israel, and give thee, meaning Israel, for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles. So basically, Jesus is coming back to rule in Israel as the king of Israel, if you like. The fact that it says keep, meaning that he's going to look after Israel, and Israel itself will be a light, unto all nations, if you like. Those nations that might go through the judgment of the sheep and the goats, if you like. Okay. To open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. I am the Lord, this is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my price to graven images. And on verse 9 here, this is how this prophecy actually belongs in eternity. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you all them. So basically, you need to remember the former things that are coming to pass, okay? Because this ties into Revelation 21, verse 4 now. The fact that this prophecy belongs in eternity is because, we've got a big hole here saying, whoa, you need to know that things will come to pass in the end. We're going to be inheriting, the new earth, okay, and the new heaven and the new earth, okay? But I need to declare these things and tell you these things before they come to pass, okay? So before they spring forth, I need to tell you all of them, okay? So if we go to, I want you to remember former things, okay? And let's look at Revelation 21, verse 4, how we got a match here. So let's go quickly to Revelation 21 here, the end of the Bible. Here we go, folks. Revelation 21, okay? And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. This is when we get the new earth, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Okay? See how we got a match, former things that passed away. Now if you go back to the beginning of Revelation 21, okay, and you read the first 3 verses, okay, how it says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Okay, so let us quickly go back to Isaiah 42 then. I got a page marker here, bear with me for 1 sec, folks. One moment, here we go. All right, so we're back on Isaiah. So notice here Revelation in verse 9 here. Here we had a match here in Revelation 21, verse 4. For the former things will come to pass. Okay, so verse 9 is actually married to Revelation 21, verse 4. Okay. Now, verse 10. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise from the end of the earth. You take go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voice, the villages that Kedar doth inhabit. Let the inhabitants of the rock sing, let them shout from the top of the mountain. So yeah, people will be joyous, if you like, during the millennial kingdom, okay, when Jesus is there. Let them give glory unto the Lord and declare his praise in the islands. Now, verse 13 here where it says, the Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. So basically, this verse 13 is actually married to Zechariah chapter 14, verse 2, and also Revelation 19, verse 19. How the Lord will defeat his enemies, the Antichrist, when we come back with Jesus, okay? In white horses, Jesus with his breath alone is going to defeat the Antichrist. So we got to Zechariah 14:2, okay? I've got patch markers here, folks. Bear with me for one moment. Here we go, Zechariah, okay, 14:2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, okay? And if we go to Revelation 19, here we go, 19, where are we? 19, here we go, down here. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and the armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army, okay? And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, and so on. So basically, if we go back to Isaiah 42:13, okay, it's actually married to Zechariah 14:2 and Revelation 19:19. So here we go, back in Isaiah, folks, on verse 13. Okay, so this verse 13 is actually married to Zechariah 14:2 and Revelation 19:19. Okay, so these three are in a trinity, if you like. Okay, this verse 13. Let me turn over the page then, and we go to verse 14. Here we go. I have a long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now I will cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. So basically, Jesus has been waiting to come to rule, in Israel as the king of Israel, and that he wants to defeat Israel's enemy, and he has been holding his peace, okay? He's going to hold it until the millennial kingdom begins, and he's going to refrain himself, okay? But when he comes for the second coming, it's gonna be like Jesus, like a travailing woman. Jesus is he's going to destroy his enemies. He's going to devour them at once. He's going to be really upset. And verse 15, I will make waste mountains and hills, and dry up all the herbs, and I will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools. I think when Jesus just touches down in the what do you call it? When he touches down in the Mount of Olives, has kind of split in two. Okay. And verse 16 then, and I will bring the blind by the way that they knew not. I will lead them in path that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them, and not forsake them. He's talking about Israel. So basically, if you read Romans 11:25, Paul tells us that Israel was blinded, okay, for the sake of the Gentiles, okay, but basically when Jesus comes back to rule the Jewish people as a king of Israel, he's going to lead his people, okay, and he's going to take the covers off them, okay, he's going to be a light before them, and these things he's going to do for Israel. So basically, verse 16 then, it's actually married to Romans 11:25. Okay, so Jesus is going to lead the blind people of Israel. Okay, Jesus will take the cover of the eyes of Israel. Okay, remember how Paul told us in Romans 11:25 that Israel is partly in blindness. Okay, so these two are actually married together. So let us go quickly to Romans 11:25. I've got a patch marker here, folks. Bear with me for 1 sec. Here we go. Romans 11:25. For I would not, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest you should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness. Okay, so this is a mystery. That blindness in part is happening to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles become in. This is why this prophecy then, because the Jewish people are going to be blind until until the fulfillment, until the fullness of the Gentiles become in. That's why Jesus is going to lead the Jewish people that are blind. He's going to take the covers off them and lead them, if you like. Okay. So just to finish up then on Isaiah, then verse 17 to 25, like I said before, they are pretty much, they have come to pass, but they were all for the dispensation of the law age, okay? So basically verses 17, okay, to 25, they have come to pass, okay? So if we read, for example, verse 17 here, there shall be, this is for the law actually, so the millennium has ended on verse 16. They shall be turned back, they shall be greatly ashamed, they trust in graven images. So, in the time of Isaiah, okay, Isaiah was warning, Israel that, they were, if you like, worshiping idols, if you like, graven images, okay, and false gods, okay. And aside from this, okay, if you read verse 24, neither were they obedient unto the law. The Jewish people were under the law, so neither were they obedient, okay. So this is why they lost the first temple, okay. They went into captivity. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I just wanted to decipher this for you. Hope that this has been interesting. All right, folks, I'll talk to you guys later.